Without a doubt, COVID-19 has forced upon the world an unprecedented period of time. While most automakers are struggling to recover, Tesla has continued to grow despite these shutdowns. Many will compare Tesla's deliveries year over year to show that not much growth has taken place. However, the truth is that Tesla is taking more and more market share as the pandemic continues, and could come out of COVID-19 with close to, if not the majority of the automobile market share. In this video, I'm going to explain how COVID-19 has been a miracle for Tesla. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content like this, and let's get right into it. In the second quarter of 2020, the legacy automakers witnessed a huge decline in revenue. GM, Fiat Chrysler, and Ford all saw their sales drop 50 to 60% year over year, whereas Tesla's revenue only declined 4%. When it comes to car sales, GM, Fiat Chrysler, Volkswagen, Ford, and Toyota all had their sales drop 30 to 40% year over year, whereas Tesla's sales only dropped 4% year over year. While the legacy automakers have taken a huge hit from a sales standpoint, these sales are inflated due to the fact that most automakers sold their cars at a loss. Throughout the second quarter, the legacy automakers burned through billions of dollars of cash. Ford, General Motors, and Fiat Chrysler all burned through $5 to $8 billion of cash each in the second quarter of 2020. Volkswagen didn't release the amount of cash used, but one executive stated that the automaker was burning through $2.2 billion per week. On the other hand, Tesla had a $104 million profit in Q2 of 2020, representing a huge shift in the automotive industry. These numbers are all reflected in the stock price, as the legacy automakers have seen their stock drop in a 1-year span, whereas Tesla stock has gone up over 500% in 1 year. So what are the key factors that caused this massive move, and given those factors, how much longer will this continue? Without a doubt, the first thought that many of you must have had was the dealership model. While Tesla has some stores located around the US, the legacy automakers have to spend billions of dollars just to pay the rent for their vast network of dealerships. To top it off, car buyers know that the traditional car manufacturers are desperate to sell cars at this time, and are more likely to negotiate a lower price. On the flip side, Tesla is still production constrained, and while there have been some price drops, the company knows that it can still sell its vehicles at a profit. Tesla recently secured a $780 million loan through bonds that have a AAA rating, which is the highest rating of security a bond can have. On the other hand, legacy automakers have had their bonds downgrade significantly, leading to higher interest on loans. For example, Ford was recently downgraded to junk status, which literally means that Ford's bonds are junk. To put this into comparison, Tesla has to pay 1% in interest per year on its bonds, whereas Ford has to pay 8 to 9% in interest per year. The difference is substantial, and it puts a considerable amount of financial strain on the legacy automakers, which will last even after the pandemic is over. The fact that the legacy automakers have to pay such a high interest further delays the transition to EVs. While it is true that many of the legacy automakers sell plenty of vehicles in China, these automakers are beginning to lose plenty of traction on the automobile market. For example, GM, which is best known for selling vehicles in China, saw its sales fall 15% year over year in 2019, and that was before the pandemic even started. On the other hand, Tesla is heavily production constrained in China, and with the rapid expansion of the Shanghai Gigafactory, along with the vast amount of partners offering cheap battery prices, Tesla will be, and already is, making humongous profits at its Shanghai Gigafactory. On the other hand, the legacy automakers are still losing boatloads full of money at China due to the fact that the Chinese are strong negotiators. For example, in the second quarter of 2020, General Motors International lost $270 million, despite having 27 plants open and no pandemic to worry about. Tesla's strong financial health has allowed the company to continue upgrading its factories during shutdowns. For example, during the first shutdown that occurred, Tesla upgraded its Fremont factory so that it could maximize the production capacity of the Model Y. This upgrade, codenamed GA 4.5, was an extra assembly line for the Model Y built under a tent-shaped building. Additionally, Tesla has also upgraded the Fremont factory by 30,000 square feet under the project codenamed Roadrunner in order to test out the production of its new battery. All of these upgrades cannot be done by the legacy automakers because of the fact that the automakers are financially constrained. And because of that, the main focus for the traditional car manufacturers is to survive, not thrive. COVID-19 has not damaged Tesla. Instead, it has widened the gap between the legacy automakers. As many of the famous investors, including Buffett and Munger, say, recessions are the time where disruptive companies are, and in this scenario, it's no different. Let me know what you think about COVID-19's effect on Tesla in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.